If it's FL Studio, I'll put a beat here. Boom, FL Studio. Okay, if it's GarageBand, boom, GarageBand. If it's Logic Pro, boom, Logic. Or if it's Reason. So all those beats, they sound not too bad, right? And the only person who could tell the difference. Good morning, y'all. It's Demise Music and Entertainment. Shout out to Golden State Savage. Golden State Savage, I did not know, was my cousin. All right? So that's a trip. I thought it was some random guy commenting on the videos, Golden State Savage, but it turns out it's my cousin. He makes music too. He raps. So shout out to you, cuz. I got your number. I locked it in. But that's just crazy, man. But thanks to all the subscribers, man. I'm at like 530 subscribers now. The goal is to get 1,000. I'm trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers by, you know, the end of the year or by next year. You know what I mean? But it's tough. Hey, 500 is great. 1,000 would be great too. So this video is for all the producers out there, all the people who make beats, all the rappers who make beats. This guy Russ, right? He's been on the radio a lot. Producer, rapper. He says he's never put out a song that he didn't produce, that he didn't make or mix and master. So that's crazy, you know, like my whole album, 14 songs, I made everything except for one. One of the beats was made by my homie Wicked Sick Productions. All the other 13 songs were made by me, fucking EQ'd up and all that, and I just gave it to a professional to mix and master for me. Now, check this out. Doesn't matter what program you use, okay? On the radio, Lil Uzi's song, All My Friends Are Dead, whatever that song, All My Friends Are Dead, whatever the title of that song is, the producer made that on FL Studio. Reason, Propellerhead Reason, FL Studio, aka Fruity Loops, Logic Pro or GarageBand, doesn't matter. It's not the fucking program itself necessarily. It's the person behind the program. It's the person making the beats. So to someone, if you're making a beat on FL Studio and you don't take the time to really get in there, it's gonna sound like pots and pans. That's why everybody complains. FL Studio sounds like shit. No, it doesn't. Not when you go in there and you add effects and reverb to the drums and you just mess with it a little bit, you know what I mean? GarageBand. People will be like, oh, GarageBand's free, it's a shitty program. Trust me, I've heard songs on the radio that were made from GarageBand. And Logic and GarageBand are pretty much the same thing. Logic is just way better because you have to pay for it. So it's like GarageBand on steroids. GarageBand, if you get in there and you EQ it up right, and then you mix and master it, or you make a song and mix and master it, it's gonna sound pretty good. And no one's gonna fucking really sit there and be like, oh, this program was made on this, so therefore I'm not gonna listen to it. Majority of the people who don't make music listen to music, right? So majority of the people listening to the music on the radio or listening to music in clubs, they can care less what program made what and what sound is what program. They don't give a fuck as long as the music's good and they're moving to it and it doesn't sound like shit, right? So then Reason, Propellerhead Reason is a program that sounds absolutely amazing, but a lot of people complain about how hard it is to use, and it's not hard to use. Any program, you're just gonna have to get used to it. So keep going at it, keep trying it out. Watch YouTube videos. I mean, hello, we got YouTube. Everything's so fucking easy now because we have YouTube to show us. And then Reason by far has like the cleanest production sound and the biggest bang for your buck, right? So it's like $400, $500 for Reason 8, I think. You know, when you make a beat, it's gonna sound Dr. Dre quality. It's gonna sound fucking up there. You know what I mean? Just like Pro Tools. I don't know if you can make beats on Pro Tools, but you can definitely use it to record. So when you're making beats though, I'm not talking about recording, I'm talking about producing a rap beat. Strictly rap beats. Strictly hip-hop or rap. But mainly rap, because hip-hop people like to use samples and shit. I'm talking about making a freaking rap beat from scratch. If it's FL Studio, I'll put a beat here. Boom, FL Studio. Okay, if it's GarageBand, boom, GarageBand. If it's Logic Pro, boom, Logic. Or if it's Reason. So all those beats, they sound not too bad, right? And the only person who could tell the difference is someone that is like me, or someone like a producer, like my brother Rated R. He'd be like, oh, that's FL Studio. Oh, that's Reason. Oh, that's GarageBand. I could tell. Now, here's the main fucking thing. And I was telling my brother this. I was telling my brother Rick One. I said, you got a slapper ass beat. You got to make sure none of the noises, okay, say there's 9 noises, 9 fucking sounds. That kick drum, that 808 bass drum cannot be turned all the way fucking up. Alright? Because if it's all the way up, it's going to distort. It's going to sound like shit. It's going to be like, right? You don't want that. Make sure your levels, okay? Make sure it's not peaking. Peaking is when the yellow and green monitor starts going red. You don't want that. That's peaking. That means that when someone listens to it in their car or on headphones, it's going to sound distorted. It's going to sound fucked up. So that 808 kick, make sure, listen to that one by itself. Mute everything else. Make sure that 808 kick or whatever kick you're using is not overpowering. Okay? The producer, I suggest you go take it to a producer to mix and master everything if you're still kind of beginner. And he'll fucking be like, oh shit, you got, you know, that's got to be turned down. Next, mute the kick drum. Go into your snare or your clap, whatever, and you can turn that up. Turn that up and add a little reverb. I always add a little reverb on the claps or the snare to give it more of a open sound, like it's in a hall, you know what I mean? Like, sounds more professional than just like a quick. Hi-hats, you don't want those too fucking overpowering, so, you know, I say you just put those, so the clap's got to be pronounced. The 808 kick drum or the kick can't be too loud, but it's still want, you know, you still want it to bump and thump in the car. The hi-hats, you don't want too loud because it'll be, you know, when it comes down to the melodies and all that stuff, you just got to make sure everything is leveled out, okay? EQ'd and leveled, and then after it's complete, you'll mix and master it. What a lot of people don't do is they'll make fucking beats, but they won't layer it out, okay? So they won't structure it. They won't have the beginning melody, and then in comes the drums, right? So then you have a melody, then the chorus comes in, then the verse, then the chorus comes in again, then the verse, then a bridge, then the chorus again, and then the chorus, and then an outro. You have to layer out the beat like that. It takes time, and a lot of people don't want to do it. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, I made a beat. It's like, okay, let me hear it. And it's the same loop over and over. I'm like, you didn't really make a beat. You kind of made a beat. Layer it out, and that's a beat that you could sell to somebody. You know what I mean? Like 3 minutes with the stops and the claps here and the hi-hats there and the melody here and the hook there and the chorus here and the bridge there. That is layering it out. I do it all the time. I don't want to, but I say, oh, fuck. All right, let's just get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Put the drops in there. Put the intro, put the outro, put all that shit. So, main thing is, it's not really the program itself, it's the producer. You can give a producer the shittiest program, and they'll probably make it sound good. I remember seeing a video where there was a shitty-ass drum set, and then Travis Barker, Blink-182 drummer, he was like, oh, started playing it, and then the guys at the radio station were like, dude, you make that shitty drum set sound good. And then he's just like, oh, thanks, man. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the drum set, it's the drummer. It's not the program, it's the person. Yes, Reason sounds really good and Ableton sounds really good, but if you get someone that will not be dedicated and spend the time to make the fucking beat sound good, it'll sound like some mediocre bullshit. Yes, meeks. So shout out to my cousin though, that was crazy. Golden State Savage is my cousin. Oh yeah, and then on another note, if you made a badass song and you're gonna record it at a professional studio, please make the fucking studio, the producer, make their life easier. It's gonna be tough on you, but trust me, you'll get more respect and they'll want to work with you more. Take your beat that's layered out, right? Say you got it all laid out: intro, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, outro, right? Say you got it all mapped out. Export every noise, okay? Say there's 9 noises. Export all 9 of those as its own individual WAV file. Trust me, the WAV file is what you want. You don't want MP3, okay? Don't let them mix and master an MP3. Let the producer mix and master, or you mix and master, a WAV file. Trust me, it's a big file. It sounds way better than an MP3. So mute, so that kick drum, mute everything else and export that as a WAV file. It's gonna take a while. Then boom, save that noise under kick. Then mute the kick. Then go to the clap and mute everything else. Export that as a WAV file. Then take that file, put it in a folder next to where you put the kick. For every fucking noise, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna be a headache, and you're gonna lose patience. But trust me, you go to a producer and you're like, all right, let's record this song here at your professional studio. I have the beat and I have every single noise exported as a WAV file, and you know, they'll all play at the same time, just like the beat, okay? Your producer will look at you and be like, yes, I'm gonna work with this guy because he knows exactly what to do. That's what you have to do. Do it. Just fucking do that shit. And the best part about that is, if there's something too loud or too quiet, or he wants to add some reverb, or he wants to change it up, he can do that because he'll have that individual kick drum. One of the songs that I put, the kick drum wasn't as prominent, so he's like, hey, watch this, and he kind of EQ'd it some more, and it came out fire, man. It came out badass. Had I never gave him the WAV file of that kick, he wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, those are just some producer tips, man. It's not the fucking program as much as it is the producer. And you know, FL Studio, Reason, GarageBand, Logic, I've used them all. I posted the beats right there. So one love, Demise Music and Entertainment. Thank you.